part of this offense's success.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Michigan.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, we saw earlier in the game, after not getting it on 3rd, going for it on 4th down and having success. So you got to wonder, after that incompletion, are they going to try that again and stay aggressive here on 4th?
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Formation for these receivers. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Second down.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Plows through the defense. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Looks as if he's going to run it. Wide open spaces. There he goes. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Now rolling to the left. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Trying to start the drive with a pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back on the option to give. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Underwood. Got his man out of the backfield. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And it's nice to have guys like this on third down, on money downs that you can go to. And you know he's going to hit the gas, hit the brakes, create a little bit of separation.
Turning it on!
Really nice first down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive game for my offense.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before half. Throws toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
That's the end of the first half. South Carolina, 7, Michigan, 0.
The Wolverines will put it away to start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going to the run to start this second half. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football. You saw it right there.
So here comes the Michigan offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be changing the route. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The offense set for a first down play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The pitch to the left. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. The play action fake. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Calls his own number. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Touchdown, South Carolina. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground, and in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be calling on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Swings it out to the flat. At the 35, he's got room. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, South Carolina 14, Michigan 3.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Making side adjustments here. Tight end now in motion. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have
just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And how about that rush off of the edge? You could tell, man, playing pass all the way. Your team has a lead. Getting later in the football game, he's just pinning his ears back, and he flies off the edge and gets the big sack.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Got it in the middle. It's Moore. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it is basically desperation point now. Their defense has to come up with a quick takeaway or at least get a fast 3 and out to give themselves a chance to crawl back into this one.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Quarterback keeper. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the 4th quarter, you got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
The Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. They want that clock to run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Man, so nice to have a QB. When you need him, in the moments, can get those big 3rd down conversions with his legs. He does it here. He showed you the wheels some today, but a nice job late in this football game when you really need it.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Softened him up with a run, and now their throw. Gets away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass. But they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him out.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
He's got it. 1st down and more. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
I'll tell you what, offenses nowadays, the throw game, they feel so comfortable with it, even late in ball games. Don't worry about the clock. They're not worried about that because they know the execution rate is so high. They get the big 4th down here in the 4th quarter.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a 1st down. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made.
Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. They took it 64 yards right down the field. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Will take over 1st and 10.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll move the tight end. He leaves it with the back. He's past the 30. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. off play action on first down. He's taking a deep shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the fourth. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to be that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
Welcome, everyone, to Annapolis, Maryland, and the Naval Academy, where we're honored to watch some of the nation's finest square off on the gridiron. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Arkansas State Red Wolves, taking on a team from the American, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Right back to the well. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
caught behind the line. It's Burris. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
A little screen to the running back. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
And the Red Wolves look to keep this drive humming. Quarterback on the keeper. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
On the option. He'll pitch it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
The Red Wolves will have it 1st and 10. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To the air. It's Rayner. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Burris. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Leaves it with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas State.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. The option look. Here's the handoff. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him and they get him on the ground.
Able to pick up a couple on first down, 2nd and 8 from their own 27. Gets the back moving. Scanning the field, it's Horvath. Pulls it in, it's Hutchison. Oh, a lot of space. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. Then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Goes to the option. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. On the option. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Spits it out to the back. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Red Wolves with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Rayner. Gets rid of it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now in this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
A huge 3rd down here in the brigade from the Naval Academy, letting this offense hear it. Keeps looking downfield. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Red Wolves decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll take it on the return. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period.
Arkansas State 7, Navy 0.
So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Kent. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Navy quick to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the boat. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up. And you got to communicate.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that.
Navy now facing 3rd and short. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Horvath. Buys a little time. Going to try to get it himself. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
Navy will have to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback going straight.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Unloads to the right. Intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And you don't see this very often, the big defensive linemen. You see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it for them when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Back to throw, it's Horvath. With the catch, it's Hutchinson. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. I mean, again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. It's complete, and he will score! Touchdown, midshipman!
And I love the wheel route. I love calling it because most of the time, I'm going to get my running back, who's a fast athlete, in space against a linebacker or somebody who can't catch him. Nice play design, nice job throwing it out in front of him. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
And the Red Wolves headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down in inches. Nice job by getting the 1st down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
The Red Wolves with the 1st and 10. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Turns it on at midfield. Racing down the left side. He's loose. Touchdown, Red Wolves. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper came on that 62-yard run to the house. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Horvat. Dumps it to the back. Makes the catch. It's Chapman. Finding open areas. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And that's a good lesson lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Back to pass on second down. Almost a D-lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
The midshipman trying to sail way forward on third and half a mile. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Unleashes it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Looking to throw, it's Rayner. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Navy! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fair catch, called for and made. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Now on the option. Now the toss. Got room to work. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And he dropped it. Just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Behind the chains now on second and long. He might want another play. Back to pass, it's Rayner. Throws to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
So let's Let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Pumps it downfield. It's complete. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Going for it all. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Red Wolves! Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What are you doing in an interception? The first guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form the wall when the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Horvath. Got a man, it's Howard. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and
it's a running room. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Kent. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field, but trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Going up top again. Still looking, on the move. The throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to pass. It's Horvath. This time on target. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The midshipmen come to the line on 3rd and inches. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Yeah, and 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
It leads to 2nd down.
Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quarterback moving. He's got it on the run. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll send the back in motion. To throw, it's Horvath. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, midshipmen.
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. They've got the screen set up. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And when you get this far behind the chains and it's a guaranteed passing situation, defensive linemen go to work. That's what we do. We want to get sacks. We want to rush the quarterback, especially in known situations like this. That's why the quarterback tasted that dirt.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Forced out of the pocket. He throws it back to the left, a risky ball. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. For offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
And Navy will go back on the attack. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Back to pass, it's Horvath. Got his man on the right. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to...
Touchdown, Navy! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal. You don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Find some fresh air. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Navy 28, Arkansas State 21.
And the Red Wolves come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. On the run is Cross. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. They'll run the option. Now the toss. It's a seam wide open. Turning on the Jets. The 20. Inside the touchdown, Arkansas State. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Horvath. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The midshipman could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. The short hands, it touches him. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Hey, listen, as a receiver, you're running that hitch route against man coverage. You can't loaf on it, right? I know it's just a little short throw, but you've got to make the defender think you might be going deep. So a nice job not just taking it easy on the play. He put his foot in the ground, he drove back to the ball, and made it easy on his quarterback.
The give on the option. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one after their own 37.
And he hadn't had a big day on the ground, but that was a carry they needed for this offense. They needed to extend this drive. Nice job on 3rd down, executing, running the football. Now they got to go a little bit faster, get down this field, and get a score on the board.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Kent. At the 45 on its way. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, midshipman. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Fair catch, called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snags it quickly on the left. Wide open spaces. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football.
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I love the play called running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff personnel.
Turning it on. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Red Wolves with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Trying to get it to the marker. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. And the Red Wolves want to move quickly. They'll run it on 1st and goal. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
He'll pull it on the read. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Red Wolves! These two teams just trading body shots and haymakers.
And we talked about it all week. These two teams, just great teams going at it. Who's going to make the plays late? Who's not going to make the plays? But we knew this was going to be a huge battle because these teams are so good and so evenly matched.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the 4th. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's Horvath. He's going to take off. At the 40. There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the 4th quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
Looking to throw on first down. He'll throw it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. He has brought down the man. What a job to find some running room and move the chains.
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Get the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on 3rd down, and life is much better. They'll try to power their way ahead. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Leaves it with the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
He's tackled at the 25-yard line. Brings up second down.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Navy.
And the field goal unit is on the field. The line of scrimmage is the 25. It'll be a 42-yard kick for the win. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. The line of scrimmage is the 25. It'll be a 42-yard kick for the win. Not a chance. Missed it. After the miss here in the fourth quarter, still deadlocked.
That's the end of regulation with the score all tied.
So here comes our first play of overtime. Back to throw, it's Horvat. Quickly out to the tight end. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field.
Touchdown, Navy! They jump on top here in OT. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man, it's Burris. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Working that left side now. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback pulled up to and sacked at the 12.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
4th and goal for the game. Dropping back, it's Rayner. Under fire. Not going to make it. He tried to get it himself. They needed a touchdown, and the defense makes a stop to win it in OT. The drama built throughout this game, memorable plays, and then finally the gut-wrenching